yourself wanted to.
You're quite changed.
Well, if you want to, we can come back here again or rather somewhere else.
I don't know.
What do you mean by I don't know?
Why don't you make a date?
Kuga, when? First of all, I must explain that I do not live in Blago. I'm only here for a few days.
You're married, aren't you?
What makes you think so?
Just got the impression.
You wouldn't mind that at all.
So you're married?
You're strange creatures, you women. But listen, let's talk seriously. I would like to see you more, to see you often.
Would you?
But one thing is necessary. I can't depend on you. I cannot look out for you.
I can live for myself.
Look, if you want me only, we can easily arrange it. Even if I do generally live in Sofia. In a place like this, where someone may come at any moment, it isn't very comfortable. Next time we shall go somewhere else, won't we? Where we can be entirely alone. We'll discuss that on the way.
Oh! It's so pretty here. Only you can't see anything.
Your eyes will have to get used to this semi-darkness. Those sweet eyes.
Oof, there won't be time enough.
Why not?
Because I can only stop a moment.
But you can take your hat off, can't
Just
you?
for the sake of a minute?
And your coat.
Oh, dear. I get to leave right away.
Huh. But you must rest a while first. We've been working for 3 hours.
Riding, you mean?
Yes, we rode to Skapto, but then we ran around for a full 3 hours at Pachitno. Now, you're very sleepy, so you can lie down and put your head right here on the pillow. Perfect, yes, good.
I'm not tired at
Oh,
all.
no, you never imagine you're not. If you're very sleepy, you may as well go to sleep. I shall be very quiet. Once more, I can play you a little.
One of yours?
Yes.
But I thought that you're a photographer.
I? But I also told you I compose when I have the right inspiration.
But hadn't you better turn on the light?
Oh, no, no, no. The dim light is so restful. We will receive bathed in sunbeams all day.
I don't know.
Huh.
What are you doing? What are you writing? Oh.
Sun, bath, toilet, clock. Nothing, nothing. Now tell me, would you like something to eat or drink?
I'm not. Well, actually, I'm hungry.
It would suit me much better if you are thirsty. I had some wine here, but I don't have food, you know?
Can't you order something from Prego?
Prego?
Yes.
I know it, the phone in English no good and no. Oh yes. You know what? I will go myself and what you like.
No, please don't go. I'll go to my room anyway.
No, honey, that is out of the question. I will tell you something. Read this. When we will go out together somewhere for dinner, okay?
No, I don't have time for dinner. And imagine, somebody we know Matthias.
You know so many people.
It takes only one to make trouble for us.
Why trouble?
Oh, imagine my roommate might see us.
There are plenty of restaurants with private dining rooms.
Let's dine in a chambre séparée.
Have you ever been in a private dining room?
To tell the truth, yes.
Who was the happy man?
No! It wasn't the way you imagine. I went there with my friends from my comparative and politics class. They took me along.
You expect me
You
to
don't
believe
have
that?
No, you don't have to believe it.
You blush? I can hardly say anything. It had distinguishable features. But even so, I recognize you.
Well, be careful you don't take me for someone else.
It is strange. I don't remember how you look. In a certain way, I have already forgotten you.
Thank you.
I mean, someday.
Don't worry. He was just my boyfriend. And you know, you were so worried about...
I would rather you wouldn't think of him right now.
No, why? What's the difference? Please.
Let's
look
imagine
at
now that we're in somewhere in a palace in India. Yes.
I'm sure there are people who are not as weak as you are.
Now enter into an Indian palace. This stupidity, perfectly divided. If you only know what you are to me.
What?
Don't always push me away, I'm not going to hurt you.
Oh, my bra hurts me.
Oh, so nice. Take it off, I'll help you. Away with it.
Oh,
Away with
but
it.
you must behave.
Of course, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Perfect, yes.
But first,
How sweet.
tell me, do you really love me?
I adore you, my sweet. My sweet. It was heaven. Oh, my name is what? My name is what? My name is Slim Shady. Oh.
Why do you call yourself Slim Shady?
My name is not Slim Shady. I just call myself like that. I use it as a pseudonym. You don't recognize the name?
No.
Really? You stupid? Why not recognize the name? Are you serious? You don't know it?
I have never heard of it.
Don't you ever go to concerts?
I often go to concerts. I was there just the other day to Sofia to watch the Two Directions concert.
I'll send you tickets for a better concert soon.
Please do. And for something popular.
Popular, you don't care to see anything new?
Not very much.
Even if it's a band of mine?
You're in a band?
Of course.
Oh, what's the name?
Let me light the candle now.
No, please, don't. Give me a cover at least.
No,
No, go away, Michelle, go away. No. Be careful, you're driving next to me. Oh, can't you be more careful?
Use that for which I've long sought. You love me for my own sake. Oh, I would love to spend a couple of weeks with you, all alone, in the forest, in the nature, in the world of nature. And then someday, au revoir. Goodbye.
What? You are already saying goodbye? But I thought that you loved me so much.
But that is just the reason, my sweet darling. You know?
Oh, Vidal, please.
I think it's fancy for you to dress. I should light a few more candles now so you can see yourself. When shall I see you again?
When would you like to see me?
Tomorrow.
What day is tomorrow?
Saturday, yes.
Oh, no, Saturday. I have a paper due on Monday, and we have this Miss AUBG recruitment party at the base.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, well, don't worry about that. I will help you with your paper.
Okay, am I ready?
Okay,
Oh.
let's go then.
Let's go.
But we don't need any. Look how light it is. Wonderful. What's the matter? What's the matter with you? What are you doing?
Didn't you see that I'm praying?
Do you believe in God?
Of course I do. I'm not a fool.
Oh, I see.
Come kneel down beside me. It'll do you good to pray just once. None of the gems will drop out of your crown. Liver time! You know to whom I pray?
To God, I suppose?
Of course, it was to you to whom I pray.
But why did you look out the window then?
Tell me rather where you have learned it.
Professor, let me tell you something. You wanted to come to the Denker and you picked out this very place, okay?
Well, wasn't I right?
Certainly. It's charming here. And considering that we're 1 hour away from Scapto, complete solitude and delightful scenery.
Isn't it? If we had any real talent, this place might inspire you to take photographs.
Have you been here before?
Have I been here before? Indeed I have. I have been coming here for years.
With whom?
Mario, of course.
You've told me all about that already.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can go away again if I bore you.
You bore me? You have no idea what you mean to me. You're divine. You're a genius. You're the simplicity which is holy. But you shouldn't talk about that Mario now.
Well, that was merely a slip.
I'm pleased to know it.
Come, give me a kiss. But we had better say goodbye now. Good night, darling.
What are you talking about? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm going to lie down and go to sleep.
When it comes to saying good night, where do I sleep?
There are surely a lot of other rooms in this apartment.
But they don't appeal to me.
Come. Now you may sit down beside me. Tell me a story.
Now, what should I tell you?
Tell me, to whom are you unfaithful at this moment?
I am not so faithful to anyone yet.
Well, if it's any satisfaction to you, I'm unfaithful to someone too.
So I can imagine.
And who do you suppose it is?
How do you expect me to know?
Guess then.
Okay, it was your work study.
Oh dear, you're an exception.
I was only guessing, you know.
Guess again!
The producer, Nicola.
Nonsense, he doesn't care for women at all, didn't you know that? He carries on with his driver.
Really? The gay?
Now come, kiss me.
Oh.
But look, what are you doing?
Why do you talk with me so? I don't understand.
Listen, Michelle, I have a suggestion to make you. Come lie down in bed with me.
The crickets are chirping outside.
You're crazy, there are no crickets here.
But surely you hear them.
Hurry up.
Here I am.
Now, tell me, who am I deceiving?
Whom? Perhaps me?
Dear, you have softening of the brain.
Oh, girl, I love you so much. You're so cool. Tu es très belle.
That's better than acting in a musical, don't you think so?
It is also better than taking photo shoots.
Silly puppy, you're thinking of one of your photo shoots again.
Yes, I am.
You take really good pictures.
Yeah, well then.
You're extremely talented, Michelle.
And you might as well tell me why you didn't turn up the day before. There was nothing wrong with you.
Well, I wanted to annoy you.
But why?
You were overly attached.
In what way?
Everybody in the musical thinks you are.
Really?
Really. But I told them it's none of their business.
And what did they say?
What could they say? I'm their professor.
Oh, I see.
They would like nothing better than to poison every one of them. But they won't succeed.
Let's not think of others now. Let's be happy that they're here together. And tell me the children.
Oh, what further proof do you want?
It's a thing that cannot be proven anyway.
I like that. What else do you want?
How many have you tried to convince this way? Did you love all of them?
No. I have loved only one. Mario.
What can I mean to you if you're thinking of that, Mario?
Mario.
Yeah.
He's a mother of mine.
Oh, I see. Huh. I'm pleased to know it.
Well, tell me, aren't you proud?
Why should I be proud?
I think you have a good reason to be.
Oh, because of that.
Yes, because of that, my little cricket. And what about the chirping? Are they still chirping?
Can't you hear them?
Of course I hear them, but those are frogs.
They are frogs. The frogs croak.
They croak.
This is chirping. It's not croaking. You know?
You're about the most stubborn person I have ever met. Kiss me, froggy.
Please, ever call me that again. It gets on my nerves.
But what shall I call you?
My name is Michel.
But that's stupid.
But can you please call me by my own name?
All right, Michelle. Come, give me a kiss.
Okay. But what the fuck?
Are you satisfied now, froggy?
May I like a cigarette now?
Give me one too. By the way, you haven't said a word about my performance last night.
Sorry.
Well,
I wasn't at the theater.
you are joking!
No, not in the least. When you didn't turn up the day before, so did you ill, so I don't know, no goes there, but I didn't go there, that's not too ill.
Well, you missed something wonderful. It was a sensation.
And so ill the day before.
Indeed I was. And do you know why? Because I felt such a longing for you.
But a while ago you said you stayed away just to annoy me.
But what do you know about my love for you? Everything leaves you cold. And I have been delirious for nights in a high fever, 40 degrees.
It's rather high for a mood.
You call that a mood? I'm dying for the love of you, and you call that a mood?
What about the Mario guy?
Mario, talk to me about that blonde. Please come closer.
Farley, will you coming from the street? I can't see anything yet.
Please sit down with me.
So, here we are. Your daughter says my mother isn't well. Nothing serious, I hope.
Nothing serious. I was on the verge of death.
Oh dear, is it possible?
It was very good of you to have taken the trouble to call.
On the verge of death, and only last night you performed so divine.
It was a great triumph, wasn't it?
Tremendous. The audience was carried away. I won't say anything about myself.
Thanks for the beautiful the flowers.
Not to tell madam.
There they are.
Yeah, you were literally overwhelmed with compliments and flowers yesterday.
Well, they're still in my office. All I brought home was your bouquet.
How sweet of you.
Mm-hmm.
But madam,
Don't be frightened. Dina doesn't put you under any obligations.
you're a strange being. Sort of trouble almost.
Your secretary, Miss Sonia, I suppose, is much less of a trouble.
That little lady's in trouble at all, although I really know her very slightly. That's the actual truth. But you're trouble. I've always had a yearning for trouble. It's really been a deep personal loss to me that until yesterday I never saw you perform. In fact, I've never talked to you.
Really?
Yes. You see, communicating with faculty staff isn't pleasure at all, and attending professor's presentation is so boring.
Are there any pleasures left to an old bureaucrat like you?
That's a question I often ask myself. But it's not because I'm old, there must be some other reason.
Do you think so?
Yes, you see, Bobby, for instance, says that I'm a philosopher. He means I do too much thinking.
Yes, thinking is a misfortune.
I have too much time, that's why I reflect. But dear me, I don't want to bother you with my dull stories.
Oh, please go on, they're delightful.
You see the nice thing about you? The way one can chat with you. Bobby told me all about it, and it's so seldom one can find anyone like that.
Anyone among young ladies, I suppose.
But it's quite the same with older ones. People are always the same. Tell me, do you really like people?
Like them? I hate them. I hate to look at them. I never see anyone. Nobody enters my apartment.
Yeah, you see, I sort of thought that you hated people. It must often be the case with artists. But at least you know why you live.
I told you that I haven't the slightest notion what I'm living for.
But really, to dance, to be famous, to be fed.
Does that mean happiness?
Happiness? There isn't such thing as happiness. All the things people talk about most don't really exist. For instance, love. That's one of them.
I suppose you're right.
Lust, attraction. Those are something real. Now that I'm enjoying them, I'm aware that I'm enjoying them. And when it's over, well, then it's over.
It is over.
But as soon as one does not, how should I express myself? As one does not give oneself up to the moment, I mean, if one thinks of the future or the past, well, everything is over in that moment. Afterwards, there is sadness. Before, there is uncertainty. In a word, one only becomes confused. Isn't that so?
It seems you have grasped the essence of things, Dean.
And once you have grasped this, it really doesn't matter where you, well, where you live your life. Oh, for instance, where am I put my hat?
There.
What were we talking about?
About life.
Oh yeah. Oh well, it really doesn't matter whether I spend the evening at the office or at the club. It's so the same.
And what about love?
If you believe in it, there will be always someone there to love you.
Like your Miss Sonia, for example.
I don't see why you always have to come back to that little lady.
But she's your mistress, isn't she?
Who says so?
Everybody knows it.
Except myself, strange to say.
Oh, you're a darling. Why don't you sit closer to me? Here. I knew you would come today.
How do you know?
I knew it last night while performing.
You saw me from the stage?
But man alive, didn't you see that I danced for you alone?
No, really?
I was losing wings when I saw you sitting in the first row.
Has on wings on my account? Yeah, I hadn't the slightest notion that you noticed me.
Aristocratic reserve is enough to drive one to despair.
But
But at least take your coat off.
if you permit.
Come, give me a kiss. Would have been better if I'd never seen you.
But why?
Dean, you're a poser.
Why? Me? Why?
Can't you imagine how happy many men would be if they were in your place?
I'm perfectly happy.
Well, I thought happiness didn't exist. Why do you look at me that way, Dean? I believe you're afraid of me.
I told you, madam, you're in trouble.
Don't bother me with your philosophy. Come to me. Come to me. And ask me for anything at all. You can have whatever you want.
Well, then, may I ask that they call again this evening?
This evening. But I have a meeting.
After the meeting.
And you ask for nothing else?
I shall ask for everything else after the meeting.
You can beg a long while then, you abominable poser.
But see, we've been perfectly frank with each other. It only seems to me that it would be much more cozier than now, much more beautiful. After the meeting, well, you see, I have an idea. Why don't you politely spoil in advance something which may be very beautiful?
You're a darling.
You understand what I've said, don't you? I've sort of imagined it
How do you imagine it
like this. I wait for you in the car after the meeting, then we drive somewhere for dinner.
I'm not Miss Sonia.
I didn't mean to say you were, but it only seems to me you have to be in the right sort of mood for everything. And in my case, the mood doesn't come till dinner. The most beautiful thing is when we drive home, and then...
And then?
Well, it depends on the circumstances.
Closer!
It smells like roses in here.
Dean, this is contrary to your brother.
What can you see? Where am I? I don't remember anything. Oh yeah. I'll leave my business card on the table, and then goodbye. But you don't know what a slut she is. I've known many who didn't look as virtuous even in their sleep. Upon my soul, which will say I'm philosophizing again, but the truth is, sleep makes us all equal. I wonder if Nah, I remember that. No, I dropped like a log on the sofa right away, and nothing happened. But it's really unbelievable how much I like all women sometimes. Oh, let's go. Yes. You're so early in the morning.
another time.
Yes. Goodbye.
Why do you look at me that way?
What way? How old are you?
What do you guess?
24?
Oh, of course.
Older?
I just turned 22.
And how long have you been sleeping with,
Since I was 15.
You began early, huh?
Better early than too late.
Tell me, do you really like people?
What?
I mean, are things going well with you?
Oh, things always go well with me.
Things always go well with you. So it doesn't matter whether you sleep with some old guy or some young lady, everything is the same to you.
Why ask such foolish questions?
Well, tell me, last night, when we were together, I did nothing, right?
No. You fell asleep right away.
I fell asleep. But I have to be going.
Going?
Yeah, it's really about time to go.
Okay, go again soon.
But tell me, does it ever happen that anyone gives you this way?
In what way?
As I did.
In the morning?
No. I mean, didn't you ever had someone who didn't want anything from you?
No, that has never happened to me.
It's not that I don't like you, no?
You like me well enough by night?
What makes you think so?
Why do you ask such foolish questions?
I did, well, tell me, last night, didn't I drop right down on the sofa?
Certainly. With me.
I did, both of us.
Yeah, but you fell asleep right away.
So that's what happened.
Yes, sir. But you must have been terribly drunk so you don't remember anything.
Yes, well, goodbye.
Call me, sweetheart.
Closer by Patrick Marver, or in some of the other programs. Thank you. And applause for Eva, who was working with us.